Hey, Steve Noble Moto. Got the 2004 Honda CRF250X up here on the lift, and today we're going to remove and reinstall the gas tank on this thing. To remove the seat off this Honda, you're going to need a 10mm wrench, or ratchet. And we are going to lefty-loosey this back screw off here, break the one on the other side free. And when you take it off, there's a little washer bushing that's going to come out of there. Make sure you keep track of that. That is what keeps the bolt from overly clamping down the plastic and breaking the plastic. It might actually stay in the plastic, or it might pop out. Set your hardware in a safe location. From there, you can lift up on the back of the seat and pull it backwards, and it should slide right up off of there. Because the only thing holding it down was that little U-piece there on the front. One of the first steps I have to do to remove the gas tank is cut the zip ties where the body panel was zip tied on there, where they must have lost the little rivet nut. We're going to fix that. And of course, there are these 3 screws. Would have been a 4th one down there. Remember, when you take these out, there's going to be a screw, and then there's going to be this little stepped washer, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's an absurdly long bolt. So yes, make a little diagram or something of which bolts go where, because obviously, like this one, the radiator here was like absurdly long. Take this top one out right here. Then move it over to the other side and do the same thing. Then from there, you can take this little rubber clamp right here, take that off. We have the gas, the fuel is turned off. There's the tiny little arrow there. You probably can't see it, but it says off. So we're going to remove the fuel line that's on the carburetor side, or the back side of the fuel valve, or the petcock as it's also called. So we're going to back our hose clamp off, and then we're going to work that hose back and forth. Sometimes you gotta get behind it, give it a little push right there like that. You got to break free. Oop! Don't lose your clamp. There we go. All right. Now, instead of trying to wrestle these 2 clamps off, we're just going to take the fuel valve off with it. Because also, if I take those clamps off, gas is coming out. Whoop, looks like a little gas dribbled out of there either way. Now from there, if I'm careful, I can lift the tank up and feed this hose up through there. Just like that. Look at that. It's like I knew what I was doing or something. Da, 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 da. Now, we can access the valves on this thing. From there, we're going to take our fuel tank. We're going to take our fuel tank, put the back end in first. Should make that a little bit wider of a shot. Take a fuel tank. Snake your hose down through there. Just like that. I think that's where it goes. Nope, goes down lower than that. Snake your hose down under the frame rails and above the valve cover. Put the back of the tank down first, and put the front of the tank around. Tap on it for no apparent reason, because it seems like the secure thing to do. Then you can come around here to your fuel valve. We're going to take this screw here. It's definitely not that one. There we go. Run that one in. Run that one in. Tighten her up. Put the hose clamp back in place. Tighten that up. Not with that socket. Tighten up your hose clamp. These are nice hose clamps. Hoorah, the previous owner for putting good hose clamps on there. All right. Now, we'll move you to another shot and we will finish putting the gas tank on there. Oh, wait, here, let's just lower it down. All right, from there, take this long ass bolt here, put this into the front of the gas tank. Ta-da! All right, so for this one here, you got a screw that's about 1 inch long. And remember, get all these started in there before you torque them down. Now up top, you got these little tiny ones. On an eyeball, I'm going to call those 4mm. I didn't actually measure them. I could be wrong. So don't quote me on that. But I got the tiny little ones that go up here. Figure out where your socket went for those. Oh, also 8mm. Hooray for whoever did that. And you're going to get this one in here. Now down here, this little bracket is apparently missing. Though that would be the one to put in next. But, previous owner had that secured with a zip tie. Looks like we're going to have to do the same. And I can go around, snug them all up. Then you can go around and torque each one of these to 45 inch-pounds. Now, we'll move to the back panel. So, get your panel underneath this weird little side one right here. We're not going to put our seat screw in yet. We will put in the shorter one down here. And once both panels are on each side, put the seat back on. Make sure you slide that little tab there into the front. And slide the back panel down in there. And take your long seat screw, run that in there. There we go. So, this one down here, we have the shot, yes, 84 inch-pounds, or 7 foot-pounds. And the seat mounting screw is 19 foot-pounds, this one right up there. All right, now just repeat the process for the other side.